Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen. Brad Hartzog of Holdrege was able to experience a great honor this past weekend as he was one of the officials chosen for the NCAA Division II football championship game that was played in Frisco, Texas. Now, this is the fourth year that Hartzog has been a collegiate official in the MIAA, and he says last weekend was quite the experience.
Oh, it was amazing. The whole experience, the ride to even get there. You work a regular season, and then you get to the end, and I was selected to even be on a playoff crew, not knowing whether you're even going to get a playoff game. And then we did end up getting a playoff game in week one, then found out a week later that we were able to work the quarterfinals in week three. And then a week later, we found out that we were going to get to work the national championship game, and it's kind of been a crazy experience since then.
Now, where'd all of the guys come from in your crew? I would assume they're from across the Midwest?
Yes. I've got one crewmate in Lincoln, Nebraska, about three more from Kansas, one from the Missouri side of Kansas City, and the other one from Edmond, Oklahoma area.
Well, I've been up and down the highways myself, covering the MIAA. A lot of miles has gone into this for you. I'm sure this has to feel pretty gratifying.
Yeah, for sure. When we had about halfway through the season, I realized I'd driven quite a bit, which is normal for me for working in the MIAA, but it seemed like I'd had a lot of long trips, so then I just started keeping track of it and counting travel to the playoff games, because I went to Michigan twice and then Texas for the national championship. I ended up traveling 13,462 miles.
My goodness. So you saw some road then.
Yes, for sure.
Visiting today with Brad Hartzog of Holdrege, who was one of the officials during the NCAA Division II National Championship football game this past weekend in Texas. Now, Brad, how have you been able to work up into the collegiate ranks after doing high school games for several years? Obviously
knew there were college and NFL officials, but I had zero idea how people got there. And so I was just enjoying working high school games. Had a friend of mine, and if you've officiated in the area, you probably would recognize the name of Jeff Wolf. He suggested that I go to a college football camp that would help you get better as a high school official, but also look into working some college games as well. And that was in Topeka, Kansas. It was in the summer of 21, I believe. And so I said, sure, I'll go check it out. If nothing else, it'll help me be a better high school official. And my son was getting older, playing high school football himself, and I knew I didn't want to work Friday nights when he was playing on Friday nights. So I thought, well, maybe I'll go check it out and see what it takes to be a college official. How did you and your crew feel that this weekend went, doing the D2 National Championship game? Yeah, unfortunately, the score of the game was not close, so that was disappointing as far as getting to work at an exciting game. Would have been better, obviously, for television and everything if it would have been a close one, but the experience was amazing. We had to be down there Thursday night, and from then until I left Sunday morning, had something going on all the time, some things for fun, doing some sightseeing, and then obviously doing pregame meetings, and then getting all the way up to kickoff. The whole thing was very enjoyable. Well, it's just got to have been such an honor for you and the rest of the guys on the crew to be selected for this, because I got to figure there's a lot of guys out there who would like to have been in your shoes. Yes, absolutely. There are, I want to say, about 70 or more officials just in our conference, and then there's 16 conferences across all of D2. So add all that together, and there's a lot of officials that wish they were there as well, and so it's an honor to be selected, and then also knowing that you're representing all of those officials that aren't there.
Now, what would you like to do with this? Are you happy at this level, or would you like to keep trying to work your way up the ladder a little bit?
Yeah, I would like to work my way up the ladder, and that takes going to camps just like I started to do to get into Division II. I'll have to go to some Division I camps, which I've not done before, but looking at doing that this spring, I would be more than happy if this is as high as I got, because it's an awesome ride. No matter what level you're at, get to see a lot of good football. But if I am blessed enough to get to move up, I'll surely take it.
Now, that was a nationally televised game. I have to figure that your phone was blowing up during the game when you were working, and certainly after the fact. Yeah,
I got a lot of texts. After the game was over, I pulled out my phone and had so many texts from people sending me pictures of seeing me on TV. Got a lot of texts before the game as well, just wishing me good luck from other officials, family, and friends as well.
Hartzog was a head linesman for the game and has now been an official for close to 20 years. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen.